Excuse me. Hello there. You don't look like you're quite ready to operate a snow thrower this morning.
Well, what do you mean? I have to clear the driveway. I'll be late for work.
But you're not even thinking about safety.
Listen, I've been blowing snow for 20 years. I don't think I need to worry about safety anymore.
Well, how do you think most accidents happen?
I suppose with people not concentrating, things like that.
Uh-huh. Well, let's talk about that a little. Here, have a cup of coffee.
Oh, right. Listen, I really don't have time for this.
Of course, you've read the operator's manual and know all about general snow throwers' safety.
Right. Now, listen, I have to get...
So you know that the #1 rule of snow thrower safety is to stay behind the handles.
Stay behind the handles.
And away from the discharge opening while operating the snow thrower.
Operating the snow thrower. Yeah, right. Listen, hey, I really appreciate your concern,
and
but
because you read your manual, you know that the rotating impeller auger or rotor blades can cause serious injury. But even if you had never read the manual, you would have known the danger of sticking your hand in the chute just by looking at the warning sticker on your snow thrower. That's right. Now, you obviously know that the high-speed impeller is located within 2 inches of the chute opening, and that contact with moving parts inside the chute can cut off or injure your fingers or hands.
Yeah.
As the manual clearly states, the best way to protect yourself is to keep your face, hands, feet, and any other part of your body or clothing away from concealed, moving, or rotating parts. After all, a snow thrower doesn't know the difference between snow and a gloved or ungloved finger. But why am I telling you this? You practically wrote the book on snow thrower safety.
Well, actually,
And I know that before you ever adjust, clean, repair, or inspect your snow thrower, and especially before you unclog the discharge chute, you always disengage all drives, place the unit in neutral, stop the engine, remove the key, and wait for all moving parts to stop. And I'm sure you pull the wire off the spark plug and keep it away from the plug to prevent someone from accidentally starting the engine.
Well, you see...
Of course, you don't use your hands to remove obstructions from the discharge chute. Like all safe operators, you only use a stick to unclog the chute. If you use your snow thrower properly, you should never need to unclog the discharge chute.
Really? Yeah. Really, yeah.
You know you can avoid overloading the snow thrower by running the engine at top speed when blowing snow, and moving at a pace that the snow thrower's rotating impeller auger or rotor blades can keep up with. And you know that if the snow is particularly deep or heavy, or is piling up in front of the snow thrower, you should slow down.
Right, yeah, right.
And you periodically inspect the impeller drive belt, making sure that it's in good shape and is adjusted properly, because a loose or worn belt can cause more clogging than a new, properly adjusted belt.
Of course, yeah. Adjusting the old impeller drive is part of my everyday routine.
Say, since we've got a real safety expert on our hands, why don't you fill us in on the steps safe operators take before leaving the operating position?
Right, sure. First you...
Stop the engine.
Right, yeah. I couldn't have said it better myself, yeah.
And then?
And then you...
Remove the key.
Right.
And then?
Then you...
Wait for all moving parts to stop.
Yeah, that's it.
Of course, an experienced operator like you would never wear loose-fitting clothing that could get caught in moving parts.
Of course.
and you'd never direct the discharge at bystanders or allow anyone in front of the unit. Rocks or other items can leave the chute traveling at very high speeds.
Ooh, I know. Yeah.
Say, is that a two-stage snow thrower?
Yes, it is.
Well, as you know, for two-stage snow throwers, you always use the lower gear when operating on slopes.
Always? I mean, yeah, always, yeah.
Well, we're almost through our safety list here. Of course, you know not to touch the engine while it's running or soon after it's stopped, because the engine will be hot enough to cause a burn.
Of course.
Let's see. And you don't add oil or check the oil level in the crankcase when the engine is running.
Right.
And if a shield, safety device, or decal is damaged, illegible, or lost, you repair or replace it before beginning operation. Also, you tighten any loose fasteners. And you don't smoke while handling gasoline.
I know that one, yeah.
And of course you know that you perform only the maintenance specified in your manual. And before performing any maintenance, service, or adjustment, you stop the engine, remove the key, and pull the wire from the spark plug, keeping it away from the plug to prevent someone from accidentally starting the engine. And if major repairs are needed, you contact your authorized TORO service dealer. And you don't overspeed the engine by changing governor settings. Well, now that we've gone over those few things, I think you're ready to start your snow thrower.
Thanks for going over these safety rules with me. You know, not that I needed it, of course, but...
Oh, no, of course not. As you use your snow thrower, remember these important safety tips. The rotating impeller auger or rotor blades can cut off or injure your fingers or hands. Stay behind the handles and away from the discharge opening while operating the snow thrower. Keep your hands, face, feet, and any other part of your body or clothing away from concealed, moving, or rotating parts. Use your snow thrower properly, and you should never need to unclog the discharge chute. Avoid overloading the snow thrower by running the engine at top speed when blowing snow and moving at a pace that the snow thrower's rotating impeller auger or rotor blades can keep up with. If the snow is particularly deep or heavy, or is piling up in front of the snow thrower, slow down. And periodically inspect the impeller drive belt, making sure that it's in good shape and is adjusted properly. Because a loose or worn belt can cause more clogging than a new, properly adjusted belt. Use a stick, not your hands, to remove obstructions from the discharge chute. Safety glasses or eye shields should be worn when operating a snow thrower or any power equipment. Do not wear loose-fitting clothing that could possibly get caught in moving parts. Never direct discharge at bystanders or allow anyone in front of the unit. For two-stage snow throwers, always use the lower gear when operating on slopes. Never touch the engine while it's running or soon after it's stopped, because the engine will be hot enough to cause a burn. Make sure the engine is stopped before you add oil or check the oil level in the crankcase. If a shield, safety device, or decal is damaged, illegible, or lost, repair or replace it before beginning operation. Also, tighten any loose fasteners. Don't smoke while handling gasoline. Perform only the maintenance specified in your manual. Before performing any maintenance, service, or adjustment, stop the engine, remove the key, and pull the wire from the spark plug, keeping it away from the plug to prevent someone from accidentally starting the engine. If major repairs are needed, contact your authorized TORO service dealer. Keep these simple things in mind, And you too will be a safe snow thrower operator.